to the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Donkey of the day with Charlamagne the God. I don't know why y'all keep letting him get y'all like this.
Donkey of the day for Friday, April 17th goes to a young 26-year-old man who hails from the great state of Florida named Joseph Edward Williams. Seriously, repeat after me. What does your Uncle Sharla always say about the Sunshine State? The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida, and that's a fact. Nobody does crazy like Florida, not even the Bronx. I'm sorry. Let's all stop lying to each other. Let's all stop playing games with each other, and let's deal with the reality of the situation. Please stop arguing against reality. People in Florida are crazy, okay? From the government officials, the regular everyday citizens, the crazy just is what it is. It's not a race thing. It's not a gender thing. It's not a sexuality thing. It's just a Jesus Christ, folks in Florida is crazy thing. Now, first, I want to give a round of applause to all the states that are letting low-level, non-violent offenders out of jail during this coronavirus pandemic. Give them some applause, please, John. Yes, you are appreciated. Nobody should have to get sick in jail, potentially die in jail just because they can't afford bond for driving under suspension or unpaid parking tickets. Let those folks go home and protect themselves from this damn coronavirus until they have their day in court. I am sick of folks being treated like they are guilty before they are proven innocent. Okay, because all my life I thought it was the other way around. I thought it was innocent until proven guilty, but America shows me different every day. Now, Joseph Williams is one of those people who received that blessing of being able to go home. He was in jail for a low-level nonviolent offense, and he was sent home at 8:02 a.m. on March 19th. But on this past Monday, April 13th, he was back behind bars. Why is this young man, Joseph Williams, back in jail after being released for a low-level nonviolent offense? Well, let's go to WFLA NBC 8 for the report, please.
An inmate let out of jail amid coronavirus concerns is now back behind bars, charged with murder. Deputies say that homicide happened the day after his release.
26-year-old Joseph Williams is locked up again in a Hillsborough County jail. Deputies say Williams is the suspect from a shooting homicide in the Progress Village area that took place the day after he left HCSO custody. Back on March 13th, deputies booked Williams into the jail on possession of heroin and drug paraphernalia charges 6 days before his release.
And we've learned Williams is a convicted felon. His criminal history dates back to 2012. He's been arrested for a total of 35 charges.
Why? Joseph Edwards, released for committing a low-level, non-violent crime, gets out and commits a high-level, very violent crime. Murder? You can't make this kind of stuff up. Like, seriously, how do people in Florida's brains work? You sitting in jail for a low-level, non-violent crime, and the first thing you think to do when you get out, one of the first things you think to do is not go to finger licking, not go find you a quarantine bay and lay low. You decided to go catch a body. Coronavirus quarantine spark a drop in crime. That's the headline in a lot of various places, okay, throughout the country. We've seen that a lot, but clearly that's happening everywhere except for Florida. You couldn't wait until the quarantine is over? You couldn't wait until the curve is flattened in order to flatline a person? I mean, you should never kill, but Jesus Christ, do you have any type of definition of what priorities mean? The next time somebody from Florida tries to tell you they are not crazy, don't even argue with them, because they might end up killing you to prove they're not crazy. That's just how people in Florida's brains work. They will kill you to prove they are not crazy and not even think that's crazy. Now, Hillsborough County Jail released 164 inmates that were low-level nonviolent offenders, but I am almost certain that Joseph Edwards is the bad orange that could spoil the whole bunch. It's going to be a lot of people around the country, a lot of people in Florida who suffer because of Joseph Edwards, because when they think about letting folks out for low-level, nonviolent crimes, they're going to think of this situation and question if that is indeed the best strategy. I have absolutely nothing left to say here because there's absolutely nothing left to say. Some donkey of the days just sell themselves. Please give Joseph Edwards Williams the biggest hee-haw.
All right.
God. Florida.
Well, thank you for that donkey of the day.
Yes, indeed.
Donkey of the Day is brought to you by the law office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say the bull if you've been hurt in a construction accident. That's pound 250 from your cell and say the bull.